Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently fighting with bugs, but we're also fighting with rebels. And there's a bit of a problem here. Bunei Herkenid is the primary issue here. He is our friend, and we're up to 29 loyalty. Is there anything else we can do about this guy? Well, our tyranny is up there. We cannot bribe him until 14 May 949. Well, we could grant him a holding. I think there's no other option. We would go for a Morion. And this is a very laggy experience. But we would do that. There we go. And that brings him up to 34. Which is actually enough to be considered loyal. For now. For now. So I'm going to do that. And this guy is currently back to being loyal. Let's get him back over to here. And this guy is back to being loyal, and what do we want him to do? Well, this is occupied by Axum at this time. We do want to get Axum knocked out of this war, but I believe we were heading up to go deal with Mothis for the time being. These guys were heading down here, though, so we can just grab, like, this territory for the moment, and that would be reasonably fine. Now, out over this direction, we have these guys sitting here. Our fleet will get there in the eventual times. We're sieging up here. We're at 14%. Let's let that finish. Okay, it's 30 January right now. So we'll proceed to February. Pause the game. And now we need to deal with all of these nerds. Also, I noticed that I restarted the game, and I think we got back the pops that were no longer being counted as Hebrew before. I don't know what's up with that. Imperator being buggy, I guess. So I want these guys to come in and fight here. Get that taken care of. And I would like to get Enchandana taken care of overall. So that would be wonderful to do. But what we really need right now is, well, for these guys, is Call Pieced out? Yes. Okay. Noted. So what we really need is for these guys to get up to Hebrew Dur then. We lost the siege out over here. I don't care about that exactly. This siege ending is the primary goal at this moment. So with that in mind, we're going to move this 12k stack over to the location where the Navy is. And we lost the siege of Orontes. I don't care about that. That's fine. That's completely okay. Oh, is this guy disloyal again? What a nerd. Okay, it's probably because of this. Yes. This is the hardest part about dealing with the game like this. So here's what I'm going to do. This guy should be loyal again now once he updates. I hope. Maybe. He's at 28 right now. This is not actually going to be a thing. So he's going to be running around doing whatever he feels like. Okay. I guess that's fine. I'd like to replace this guy with someone who's a lot more loyal. So it'll be like this guy. There we go. So that'll be fine for right now. And then this guy, once he becomes loyal again, a siege of Kef. Okay. Once he becomes loyal again, that'll be a useful thing. So we're winning this battle over here, although not by numbers, but we are by morale. And that'll be fine. What we really need, of course, is for this siege to end. That is the top priority right now. So we're going to head on down over this way next and get Mothis sieged. I do want to check in. There's not that many locations that are currently under risk of rebellion. So that is a very, very good sign. Now then. I'm thinking about what we can do out over this direction, right? Okay, so this guy's moving that way. This guy is being a jerk. But that's to be expected. We need to get more of these cultures demoted because they're bugged. So let's get that taken care of. Oh, I forgot to turn on instant assimilate. There we go. So that is turned on, and now we need to assign somebody here. We do have a scorned family, and we should probably not have a scorned family. So let's do that for now. That looks good for the moment. This guy's just going to run around and do stuff, and I guess that's fine. Now, checking in over here, minus 7%. Checking in up here, 64%. Okay. Eventually, this will finish. Not that tick, though. That's unfortunate. We've got a month tick coming in here, so 2 June. Now, of course, we need to deal with our cultures. So we're going to need to turn these right on down. Something like this. There we go. Minor addendum, huh? Honestly, I don't think we can afford the political influence for that. Wife required. Okay, yeah, I don't care about that either. So who is the problem now? Judean Hakani. Okay, so where is this guy? Here he is. We could do something about him. He's 71. I'm going to give him free hands. That'll solve the problem for now. Okay, no issue then. So now this guy, he's still disloyal. He's at 29 loyalty right now. There's not really much we can do about this. He's very upset about a lot of things. We could try to make friends with him. I don't expect that to actually work. But it's worth a try. Eventually, this siege will end, right? We just lost the siege down over here. We're having bad rolls on this siege, but once we get it, that's going to be a big swing here. Gain 5 tyranny. I'd rather not gain the tyranny, to be honest. Okay, so this siege is finally over. That's a big deal. So this is in Laconia. We can come siege that. That seems okay for now. So we have a 12k stack here and another 12k stack here, right? Let's move these guys right on down. I want to select all of them and move them over. I'm going to combine them together here. And I'm going to send this 24k stack down to here. Okay, so something along the lines of that. So now we are capable, again, of putting an end to some of these wars. So Arabia ad Sinus is something that we'd like to deal with. This here should be peaceable at this point. So Achandana. Where are they at? Here they are. Can we take all their territory? Maybe. They have 31 reasons to not accept that. Okay. So we could take, like, one of their provinces, which would be this one, and then client state the rest. They have 0 reasons to accept that. Okay, so we will come back to that then. I want this force to come down over, like, here for right now. So we can see we just got a war score tick there. That's understood. And these guys are, like, doing stuff over here. Sure. This guy's claim can be valid. That's fine. So this guy is doing that. That seems fine for the moment, actually. I want to come down over here. He's actually doing kind of smart things. But we probably need to deal with cultures, right? Yeah, we absolutely do. So let's do exactly that. And we're going to convert all of these down to whatever. There we go. And now this guy may no longer... He lost loyalty from that. Okay. Well, we need to turn down all of these, right? No. Hang on. We need to wait till the second. There we go. Now we need to turn these down. Okay. So there we go. And this guy may end up being loyal. We just lost a siege up over here. Whatever. I don't care. That's fine. So we're currently having these guys come on down here as well. That'll be fine. And we can not spend political influence, I don't think. Yeah, we're going to make a small amount of progress here. I'd like to get this guy eliminated from the commander pool. That would be ideal. Okay, let's see if we can piece this at this time. And yeah, these guys still on their way over. We should probably position these down like here. But I want to see about piecing out these guys. So let's see if they will now accept that. So I want to piece them separately. They won't accept that with 31 reasons. But if we take this and then client state them, they still have 0 reasons. That surprises me. Okay, so we lost a siege up over here. That's expected. No real problem there. So we're moving down this way. I want to hit here to take this back from Omana. Okay, so Sid is not occupied out over here or over here at this point, right? So we need to get all of Sid occupied eventually, but for now, this is looking reasonably fine. So I want these guys down to here. Is this guy loyal yet? No. In fact, we need to deal with culture. So that's fine. He might not become loyal, and that's relatively okay, I suppose. As long as he's sieging here, I'm okay with it. Okay, he spurned us. I'm not surprised about that one. So his loyalty is quite low. It will come up eventually. Eventually. So, we're currently fighting them down over here. Morale is mediocre. This is probably due to lack of leadership, but I don't actually care all that much. It's fine. So we're at 38 right now. We're sieging here. We've got this under control. I want to come down to here. Our navy is finally almost here. So we can finally almost attack Sid's capital. So that'll be good. We lost the siege of Napata. It's fine. Whatever. Okay, a Christian church, we're going to execute them all. That might actually give us what we need loyalty-wise here. Not quite, but we probably need to deal with cultures. Yeah. So we'll deal with cultures. Hang on. There we go. It wasn't actually selecting slave for some reason. I guess if we click on the text, sometimes it doesn't work. It's a little inconsistent. Okay. Well, that's fine. So we'll do something like that, and now this guy will likely become loyal on the month tick, just barely. That's enough for us to fire him. Perfect. We're going to put in this guy. Okay. There's that problem solved. Now, we're probably going to need to do this again. Yep, that is indeed exactly what we're going to need to do. Okay, something like that. And then I want to come down over this way and prevent these guys from sieging here. Hopefully they don't finish that siege. How's our siege up here going? 28%. Looks fine. 57 here. And we're on our way down over this way. We are arriving with our navy at ridiculously long last. There. Our navy has arrived. So now we can come down over this way and we can land on their capital. Finally. Okay, let's see if these guys are willing to be peaced at this point. So, they have 17 reasons to not accept this. That's fine. So I want to take this, and then I want to take this. Yeah, that's okay. So we'll do that. That seems okay. At this point, what else do we have that we're at war with out over here? They're trading with us. Okay. Fighting a war together, fighting a war together, fighting a war together. Arvel, up over this way. Okay. So we would need to come take back some territory up over here. And that's fine. We could absolutely do that. This force is not particularly powerful, and that's understood. So I would like these guys to come up over here. I would really like to get Arabia ad Sinus out of this, and that would mean that these guys should come down to here, right? So we should cap here, and then cap here. And that will cause a pretty significant change here. So we won the Siege of Layla. Now we need to come up over here. Excellent. Pergamon? Okay, noted. So that's fine. We need to wait until the second here. There we go. And now we need to deal with cultures. So let's get these turned right on down. Okay. So something along the lines of this. Hopefully. Okay. That deselected. Oh, we lack the political power now. We need more fake political power. Sounds good. For the record, our current actual political power is 30. Okay, so there we go. We got the cultures taken care of. We need to get the cap here, and we need to piece more of these out. So that's looking good. Mothis is here, understood. We're defeated at the Battle of Axum. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to have to reinforce this. That's understood. We won here. We're going to have these guys come in and reinforce. We'll group these together. Very sad that we lost that. This is mercenaries. We could hire some mercenaries of our own, and that's probably not a terrible idea. That would mean hiring mercenaries, like, up here. So something like these would be ideal. Except for the fact that, you know, there's somebody right on them. So we'd hire, like, these. And we'd need them to be on unit reorg for right now. Okay. So it's now 1 February, and we ticket a day. Now we need to deal with our cultures. Something like this. Cool. There we go. And these guys can stay drilling here for now. I'm aware that we're slightly negative in our treasury at the moment. I'm actually going to hire these mercs as well, and I'm going to get them onto unit reorg too. So for now, that'll be fine. We have this under control. Kedar is, I believe, independent somehow. And we want to then bring these guys over to, like, Sid down here. So let's do something like that. Okay, that looks good for the time being. And I'd really like to get Axum knocked out of this. I'm wondering, this is their capital. We can't even demand that they become a client state. That's too expensive. So we're going to have to grant them some independence, which means that we should take... Well, that's awkward. That's very awkward. Okay. So that means that we can't necessarily take all of this. They have 18 reasons. 7 reasons. -1. Okay. This is about the best we're going to do for Axum for right now, unfortunately. But I want to just piece them out for now. They're going to be independent. We're going to conquer them back later, is the idea. So that gets Axum under control. So we've got Zood and Tanesis down here still. We won the Siege of Mothis. That's great. We're going to head down over here. Okay. Do we need to do cultures? Yes. No. We do not need to do cultures. Okay. That's fine. We're victorious out here. Looks good. So Arabia adds Sinus, we're still working on. We're going to get them out of here soon. And we can see just how many people are still in this war. The answer is not very many. We got Mothis' capital here, but we're not ready to piece them out quite yet. So that's looking fine. We lost the Siege of Mediana. Yeah, that's to be expected. Okay. So it's currently 1 March. Now it's 2 March. That means that we need to deal with our cultures. So something along the lines of this. Okay. There we go. So with that done, now the question is, how are things looking over here? Well, I want to bring these guys down to here, and I want to bring these guys over to here. They're still on unit reorg, so they're going to move pretty slowly. That's okay. And we're going to need them to continue to reorg a little bit. Okay. So we just lost a battle out over this direction. This was a weak force. I'm not necessarily shocked that we lost this battle, but we only retreated right here. They could have stack wiped this. Okay. Well, we're just going to hop down here and grab what we wanted to grab anyway. So we won the Siege of Delos, and that's wonderful. So as we can see here, we're still getting ticking war score. That's absolutely fine. We're also seeing our vassals heading around over here a little bit. So I want to take a look at some of these. So Laconia is very low. We can't make them be our vassal because they have this powerful mercenary force here right now. So that's not really an option. Sid is currently very low, and we are doing battle in their capital, so we're going to have their capital under control shortly. They stack wiped. Perfect. And we just lost a siege up over this direction. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping that that wouldn't happen yet, but it did. They managed to win their roll on like 24%. Fair enough. It's fine. We'll get that under control shortly. So these mercs are working their way up. I'm going to give them like one more month pig, and then we're going to go. Okay. So they're leaving at this moment. I'm going to take these mercs, and we're going to have them go in to siege this back. These guys are going to remain, but we need to deal with our culture. It's very obnoxious that this happens every single month pig. Well, on the second of every month, to be precise. So we'll get these turned back on down. As you can see, we are integrating, so that is making some progress. But we need to get this siege done for sure. So there's that under control. Now, Arabia ad Sinus is... Oh, we need to siege down here. Okay. I'm going to hire this merc force. We can only have 3. But I'm going to hire this merc force because... Okay, they're no longer black flagged. I want them to come down here to help with this situation. So, Arabia ad Sinus. What I'm wondering right now is, should we just piece them out? We take these territories. They would not accept that, surprisingly. But we take those territories in client state. That's not even a possibility. We can just client state them, which is what I'm going to do. So that's fine for now. We no longer need to worry about that. So that means that we should come in here for Hebrew Dur. That seems fine. So now we have this under control, and I want these guys to head down over here, right? So this is our territory, and we're going to need to take that back. But we have these heading down to attack Sid down here, and then we're going to attack Sid over this way as well. So a multi-pronged strike on Sid. I'm going to group these together, and Axum is under our control now. So that means that we need to come in and attack Zud, somewhere like here. Zud and Tanesis. Both of these need to go away. K is joining the war for some reason. Okay, if they think that's what they want to do, whatever. So this is 48k units here. I'm going to send them over to... Is Aramshad at war with us right now? No, but Arvel is. And I'm going to send them over to Arvel. Perfect. So Mothis is getting under control. We're going to come down to here, and then we need to control this here as well. Understood. Quakes, huh? Sure, we can help with that. So we're at negative 57 treasury right now. A large amount of that is due to this unit reorg, which we no longer need to have in unit reorg. So this is fine. I'm going to move these mercs, and we're going to send them probably up over this way. Saravine? Do it. So up they go. We should not need them down here anymore at this point. So that all looks good for now, and we are attacking here. So we're going to get this territory of Zud under control, but Zud has a lot of territory down here, right? And unfortunately, we were forced to grant Axum full independence because we couldn't actually take all of their territory back. It's very sad, but here we are. Okay, so these guys, they're going to come down and hit Iram at this point. And this is all part of the same state, so that looks perfect. As soon as that gets done, Sid will be under control. Okay, spreading incense trees. Sure. Okay, so Lehman Barkias up here. They're not interested in anything at this point. Hebrew Dur, I don't think we control their capital. Their capital's way out over here. So yeah, that's not a thing. We're going to need to move down to Largis here and get that under control. Defenders desert here. Okay, nice. Siege up over here lost. That's expected. No real problem there. We do have a scorned family right now, and we need a civic researcher as well. I'm going to put this guy in as a civic researcher, and then we can put in a scorned family member somewhere, like this levy here. Okay, so that'll be fine. That would be an Osai, and let's see if there is one. Yeah, here we go. This guy will do. Perfect. Now there's a civil war brewing. This is this guy. I'm just going to give him free hands. He's near death, so that'll be fine. That should solve the problem. Okay, we lost the siege out over here. I don't care about that. That's completely fine. We're fighting a battle down here, and this is a pretty big battle, actually. Their morale is interesting. Okay. Well, I think we're winning this, but it's really actually quite hard to tell. Numbers are going to be a potential issue here. So that's noted. So these guys are currently here. What we need is to come defend this area right now. We need another force to come down here. And these guys can now move on over this way. So that looks fine. We need to finish up Sid, but that's okay. And yeah, I think we have to retreat from here. I'm fine with that. I'd like to retreat up over this way. So that would mean retreating to like here, right? So we're going to retreat up over this way, and that will mean that Mothis is theoretically under control very, very shortly. So we need these guys to come up. Oh, this guy just became disloyal. This is because of culture. This is definitely because of culture. We haven't done this in a while. It is time to put a cut in here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue knocking these out of the war. We're definitely knocking them out of the war faster than they're rebelling at this point. So this is absolutely moving in our favor. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members, including... or rather, I should say, all of the channel members. I'm trying to do two things at once right now. This is a bad idea. All the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGard, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.